Yes, we're back again, once again. FamZone TV. We've got everyone here, except from one, but you know how it goes. What we saying, people, and what we saying? What's going on out here? Everyone good?
Yeah, man. We got Jules, aka Durag Diaries, always forever showing up, always on time. It's my younger Bolski, get me?
Yeah,
We got
come
Dean, obviously, older cousin.
Always doing
I was
time.
gonna I was thinking about just obviously it's international bit, but I was thinking about having a little conversation about the most important signings and what signings will make a difference, what signings are most important, what signings you think will have the biggest effect on the game individually and as a team.
When you say most important, are we talking about our clubs or not all the Premiership clubs?
I suppose most important signing that biggest impact, should we say? Because most
no, but
impact
for all, I'm talking about all clubs or just our clubs.
No, all clubs. Because the reason why I say that is because there's I was thinking about it today, like which signing would be more important. I was talking about actually for Tottenham. Like there's two. Like I was thinking, is Palhinha more important than Kudus?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Soon as I saw the title, I thought Palhinha straight away.
Palhinha is
more important than any signing there is.
In the summer, he was looked at and regarded as like over the hill and a poor signing by not to say by Tottenham. I'm just saying as a player, everyone kind of considered Palhinha as over the hill, and that's who I wanted. You know, if you go back before, I wanted Palhinha just to strengthen our squad, and people, I wasn't saying it on the line, but this is what I've wanted, and I think like in the Premier League, he's seen as like a poor signing, no matter who signed him. Do you know what I mean? And I think
he's a squad player, man.
Let's be honest though. That's just because Premier League fans are fickle. They didn't see him for a year. They've heard that he's not played at Bayern Munich for a year and he's been on the bench. So it's like, oh, he's shit now. But if you were talking about signing him last season when he was leaving Fulham, he was one of the hottest properties on the market. Like
everyone wanted him.
People willing to pay £50 million for him at that point. Everyone was willing to pay 50 million, just like Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz, when he was leaving Aston Villa, everyone was like, yo, this is the central midfield. People need to find 40-50 million pounds. Let's go invest that in this player. They go away for a year, they come back, and everyone thinks they're rubbed, they're washed. And it's like, no, you can have a bad season, or you just have a season where you're not as comfortable, but they come back to the Premier League where they've been balling out. And Palhinha just looks.
I don't think he got his chance at Bayern. I don't think he even got his chance.
Didn't I think he played something like 1,200 minutes across the year.
Yeah, bro. I don't think they used him. They didn't need him. Bayern just walked that league, innit? They didn't really utilize Palhinha. But I think like when you talk about Palhinha, bro, I think he's such like obviously when he was in the Premiership with Fulham, like you saw his numbers. He was number one for, I think, for winning his tackles. He was always up there in the top 5 for everything defensive. And everyone was after him. So when I see Tottenham after him, because after last season, I know you had Sarr and what's his name, Basuma and that. You needed a proper CDM in there. And Liverpool, like I've always said, I've always wanted a CDM. Because we ain't got a CDM. And I'd have took him. I'd have definitely took him in my squad. I'll take him
right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
right now, like, so you're going Endo. I think right now, like, it's not just Palhinha. I think there's Sander Berger as well. Though I think is a wicked. I've always thought he was wicked. When we were linked to him, people weren't really happy about that link. But I think when it comes to Palhinha, for example, Tottenham and most teams don't have a specialist player in that position. Like once we've moved Declan Rice out of the 6, he's now not a specialist in that role anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? Palhinha really is a destroyer that just sits there and does.
He's made for that role. He's made for that role.
He does his job, and people I think underestimate like the importance of the heroes that are not the lavish, exciting signings. But that would be the most. How much did you get him for?
It's a loan, but it's a loan with an obligation / option. So if we do proceed with that option, it's like 25 million euros, so 20 million or something, 22 million or something.
And people class 30 or 31 as over the hill when we know for a fact players are playing till they're 35 now. We know that. So I don't know why we're classing 30-year-olds as over the hill now when really and truly we know how it is in this day and age. We know 35,
especially when it's players when you know like they've reached their peak or they've started playing football a bit later. Like they didn't start at 16, 17 playing like a Palhinha did. He would have started earlier, but he didn't really reach the heights of football until like 23 when he started to play regular top level football. I think when they talk about players who break down their bodies a lot earlier, or at 30 they're usually finished. It's usually guys like Sterling, Rashford, who
when they started when they were 16, bro, in their first
16,
team.
17, like they're playing first team football, so they've had a full 10-year career. And a lot of the time is I just think it's a lack of ambition at that point. You know, after having 10 years, you're 27, you're sort of
at the top level.
At a top level, yeah, like you've done as much as you can. You've won quite a few.
Hunger's gone.
Yeah, that's what it is a lot of the time. Whereas these guys,
you've got like the money, you've got the trophies. Like, what else is there to play for? The hunger to get in the first team's gone.
Oh yeah, go on, sir.
No, go on. Sorry, what we say?
Now, what do you think, Jules? Who do you think is the most important signing or the best signing for you out of Kudus and Palhinha?
Oh, out of those two, I'd say Palhinha definitely, because like over the last couple of seasons, as much as
important and best, or just or either or.
I'm more excited for Kudus, definitely. Like, just I'm a guy that loves to watch wingers. I'm an eye test merchant. I love to watch guys that are going to get you off your seat and drive down the wing. But for what I've needed and what I've known my club for is like I've been saying we need a 6 since Wanyama left. Since Wanyama left in 2018, we haven't replaced a 6 or had a proper destroying midfielder. And to finally have that, I think he's definitely more important to the team. His profile. Having somebody that can break down the game, he'll be more important to the team for what we need. But you know, Kudus is going to be the guy on the eye that you're going to look at and say is the.
So if you had to pick one, if you had to pick one, and you didn't sign the other one, who would you pick?
Of course. Oh, what a question!
No, I'll be honest. I'd lean more towards the attacker, innit? I'd probably lean towards Kudus, but that's me just being biased, innit? I think again for the team. Palhinha would be more needed, and we could probably work without Kudus, but have Palhinha. But I'd go more for the attacking player, innit? Because ultimately, Kudus.
You picked them both, then. You picked them both.
Nah, for like, if I'm being unbiased from myself, I'd say Palhinha. But my biasness is going to be on Kudus.
Oh, so you picked them both again, then? Okay, no
problem. What do you think, D? Like, what do we think overall then? Like in terms of the signings and like, what do you think? Who do you think will be the ones not as important but seem like they are? Like, especially for your team as well.
Or? For just quickly speaking on Tottenham, I think Palhinha is the most important sign they've made. Like, you can see the difference he's made in that team already. Like, I think he's a brilliant player. For us, my team, obviously the most exciting one is Isak. That's the one I've wanted all summer, obviously. But I think when I talk about the most important one we've got, like, it's hard to put the importance in the players because we didn't get the centre back I needed. Obviously, we got a centre back, but for most important, I'll take Kirz because we needed a left back so bad last season. Our left back situation was horrid last season, absolutely horrid. And I think if Kirz showed on the weekend how good he was, yeah. All right, the first couple of games a bit ropey. If he becomes what he's meant to become, bro, when I think about the team, you think about Wirtz, you think about Ekatike, you think about Isak. That's the excitement. We've got goals in our team. The left back situation last season was horrid. Like Robertson was finished and Tsimikas was dead. You get me? That was our weak point. Left back last season. So Kirz coming in, bro. Like, his pace, his strength, his tenacity. Like, you saw him on the weekend. He's one of them short guys that's not having it. He's not having it. Like, you can see that, what's his name, Madueke, had the pace on him. But he just said, nah. I'm not having it.
He's one of them guys. Is as good as I think people thought he was, though. I think he's shown a lot of vulnerabilities, though, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the first 2 games, bro, he's settling in. But that game against Hughes, look, bro, like, Madueke, everyone says Madueke had a good game. I had a good game, but I didn't see him go past Kirz once. Not one single time.
He didn't go past him, but I don't feel like as a winger, you need to beat your man to have a good game against him. If he did create a lot of opportunities where he had space and he had gaps and he could have put a good cross into the box, but it was Madueke's fault and his lack of I don't know, ruthlessness in the final third as to why nothing got created of those chances. Because there was bare times when he created that little space with the acceleration, a little burst of acceleration. He'll create the space, but as he creates the space, he cuts it back, so he loses all that space they created. Like, I agree. I don't think Kirz has been as good as people probably made him out to be, and that's probably, again, like, we don't watch Bournemouth on a week-to-week basis. Nobody does. They're not on TV half of the time. So when you're not focusing in on a player's game as much as we are at a big team, you'll start to see more frailties. But for me, it has to be Isak, man. It has to be Isak, your most important.
That's the most exciting one.
I know it's not. I know it's the easy option to do, but we have to look at it. The last couple of years since Firmino's left, you've not had a focal point up top. Even with Firmino in there, you still never had a striker since Suarez, Daniel Sturridge times. You haven't had a proper number 9. And
Ed Nunes.
It's not a 9 to me. You're not a proper number 9.
They bought him though. They spent 80 million on him though.
No, I know that, but we're talking about like how good they are. We're not talking about the fact that he just plays striker. Like, we know he's not a proper number 9. He's not that good. Like, he's not even half the player Isak is. So when I
tried to go away from the Isak thing. I tried to get away from that.
I know you tried to do the quirky answer. Like,
no, it weren't quirky. I gave you a real answer. We needed a left back. We needed a left back, bro.
You might need the left back, but let's be honest, the upgrade from Robertson to Kirk is not a massive upgrade. Like, it's not a huge jump.
You didn't see Robertson last season, bro. Robertson,
he was terrible. He was creating bare mistakes. He's fouling, man. I remember when he gave the penalty away to Arsenal. Like, he's been done, or not giving penalty. When he got cooked by Saka, but he's been done.
Yeah, bro. When you watch this, George. When you're playing games, you're in a game, against Arsenal, and you know when you got that feeling when you know Saka's just gonna do something today to Robertson. We now had that feel before the game starts, bro. Now we've got a left back that I feel like, like if you beat him, you have to beat him properly. Pause. You get me? It's not like, oh, one little cutback and he slipped over. Like, I've got a real left back now. I've got a real left back. Obviously, we can say he hasn't the greatest starts, but what I saw on the weekend is what I want to see going on from here. And if you can put that in, bro, that's the place where we was vulnerable last season. That left back position was horrible, bro. Like, we scored goals. Like, no matter what, we had a couple strikers last season. Obviously, didn't have the greatest season. Like Nunes and Jota. Jota was injured, but we still scored goals. Like, if we didn't get Isak, we still had Ekitike. Like, I've got no doubt Ekitike will score goals this season. I've got no doubt about it. Isak was the cherry on top. You get me?
But you can't compare your team to last season. Don't compare like Isak coming into the team you currently had. Compare Isak to, because you signed him and Ekitike in the same window. So I'd look at it as compared to the team that you had last season. And even the season, you haven't had a striker, a proper 20-goal a season striker for 10 years, Dean. For over 10 years.
We haven't. But we had a winger that's scoring 20 goals a season.
That's the big difference that you've now got, is you've now got a striker, a focal point that you can now rely upon. That Salah hasn't got to, carry the team for a lot of games. He knows that he could just put the crosses, he can create, he can focus on that side of his game while Isak's putting in the back of the net. And even then, he doesn't have to do all the creating, because like we said yesterday, he's got other guys doing that. So he can sit back a little bit. You ain't got to rely on him no more. You're not a one-man team as much.
But George, you're getting it wrong. This is what I'm saying. We've always had someone that scores 20-plus goals a season. This is why I'm not saying Isak's the most important signing. He's important. Don't get me wrong, he's important. But for us, if we didn't get Isak, if it wasn't linked to Isak or Wirtz, I'll still think we're all right. As long as we filled in certain places, I'd have still felt we were all right. We had goals. That was never a problem for us, Never a problem for us. The vulnerability was always like Saka getting down there and beating up Robertson, or someone beating up Robertson or Tsimikas. Always, you get me? But listen, don't get me wrong. Isak's a very important signing. Like, it'll be important for anyone, any team. You get me? But we're talking about important and what we want. I think we've got to differentiate what's more important than what we want, bro, because Isak's a very important signing. Like, it will get goals. But is that the game changer for us? That, are we saying we can't win the league without Isak? because I think we could have won the league without Isak. With Isak, my chest is more out. Without Isak,
you know why that don't count. You know why that point don't count, because you won the league with Robertson at left back last season, whilst he was finished.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't sure.
No, but you can't sit there and say I think they won the league because you done that anyway. Last season you done that without all these signings.
Right. The difference is, Robertson was terrible last season, and I'm not willing to go through that again with Robertson. Like, now everyone knows that maybe not everyone realized how bad it was last season. Like, this year, people are going to target him. If we didn't change that, he would have got targeted. You get me? Plus, you got to remember, bruv, that I'm not saying Isak's not important, because he is. He is. But the left back wasn't the most important place we needed. Furthermore, the most important place we had we haven't addressed it yet, bro. We didn't get a CDM. That was the most important thing I wanted from last season, and we have not addressed that. That's what I'm pissed off about. Before
you're not happy with the Gravenberch, because he ain't gonna drop the Gravenberch.
Of course I am, bro. I wanted someone sitting next to Gravenberch, and Gravenberch give a bit more. Yeah, you can travel a bit more, because Gravenberch, you can see he's a good player. He's good on the ball. But you can see he's got more there. He's got more to him than that. Like, they're trying to make him do this Caicedo role. You got more than that. Caicedo's a great tackler and all that. Gravenberch can carry the ball from one end of the pitch in 3 strides. You see how elegant he is with the ball. Like, but he's been told, all right, you got to sit.
He was brilliant against us. Like, he was the best midfielder on the park.
So I'm saying, bro, he's elegant. You can see how good he is.
He was the only player we just could not nick the ball from, or he was brilliant against us. I can't lie. That's the first time when like you're watching him fully and against us. I'm trying to. He did what Rodri used to do to us, but he just can't get that ball. You know what I'm saying?
People will realize this season how good he is, because last season I've been shouting about him and everyone's saying, yeah, he's been all right. This season you're going to see how good he is. Like,
he was brilliant.
This is going to be. He's had a whole season in that position. Like, it's not a familiar position to him. He's had a whole year. Now he's been told, right, that's your position. We haven't got a CDM, so you're going to definitely play there all season. So yeah, it's going to be, bro. It's going to be crazy, bro. It's going to be good. You get me? Well, man. I think
he was brilliant against us. You think Kirkis is the most important? Yeah.
Not my favorite. Yeah, important.
I think Kirkis is actually quite poor. I'm not going to lie to you. I think
poor.
Poor.
Poor's crazy.
He's been awful, man. He's been absolutely. To me,
he hasn't been awful.
He has. He's been a weak link to me.
Was he poor against you, though? Was he poor against you, though?
He wasn't poor, but he wasn't. He was still the weak link.
The weak link.
Yeah. Definitely.
I can't believe it.
There was a weakness in your team that day.
It was down the left-hand side.
It would have been Kirkis. It wasn't Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai wasn't a problem. It was Kirkis. Kirkis was the weak link.
Martinelli that side. That's why. How could I put anyone over there and they've been fine?
It's true. But Martinelli is abysmal. But I'm saying Kirkis as well. I don't know, man. I feel like he's not.
I think Madueke on that day he beats a lot of left backs that day. I think he was on fire that day, yeah. And I think he beats a lot of left backs in this league. That day he does. That day you could see he wasn't beating Kirkis. He was doing everything, maybe got a bit of space, but Kirkis stood up to it. You get me? Madueke looked dangerous that day. And I think on another day, another left back, he's going to destroy it. He's going to destroy left backs. I
think so as well. I think he's a bit better than we thought. Like, to me,
he's way better than you thought, bro. Way better than you thought. You don't realize. I've watched Madueke. I see him against who is it? Wolves. I think it was Wolves. Chelsea against Wolves. When but that's one of the games I watched, bro. I don't watch Chelsea. That's one of the games I watched, yeah. Because I swear Wolves were winning or something, and then.
That game he smacked him like 5-0 or something.
Absolutely ran right, and it changed my mind about this guy.
But that's the only good game he had last season.
But you can see on his day he's unstoppable. I know, but on his day he's unstoppable.
No, You've gone like where D gave him a little bit of prop. You went all the way and gave him too much.
No, because I saw him one game last season, bro. I saw him. That's the game
problem. You saw him on his good day. He's one good day of the year. You watched him play, and
that's what I'm saying. I don't watch Chelsea.
I think Arsenal fans went way too overboard on the Madueke dissing. Like, I think it was more the fact that they brought him from Chelsea than the fact that they didn't like him as a player, because, you know, the Arsenal have had players like him. Arsenal spent £72 million on Pepe. Him and Madueke are very similar players in the way that they play, in their goal contribution, their effort in the final third. But Arsenal fans were in love with Pepe. They're in love with the fact that he had a couple flair, had flicks and tricks, run to the byline and cut back.
Not at the time we weren't.
Maybe you wouldn't, but I remember a lot of Arsenal fans at the time loved Pepe.
No, what Arsenal fans like to do is they like to they like hindsight analysis. I'm saying, so Arsenal fans are results-based analysis and hindsight analysis. They're the best at that. You know what I mean? We're the greatest hindsight analyzers in the world of football. That's what they do. Like, they forget that they're split on the Wenger thing. Like, they'll cuss everyone and stuff, and then they forget that they're the guys that wanted Wenger out. But then they'll say, "Don't talk about our legends." You know what I'm saying? They're one of those guys. They're those type of fan base. They're all over the place. Like, the Arsenal fan base is literally all over the place. No one really knows what's going on with the fan base. The fan base is split in four corners. I mean, you got the Arteta outs, the Arteta ins, the Kroenke outs, the Kroenke ins, the middle guy, and then you got, like, it's a mess, isn't it? It's a mess because nobody actually knows what they want. You say to somebody, "Oh, sack Arteta, who do you want instead?" They'll say, "Oh, it's not my job to find the next thing." It's not your job to sack the manager either, but you're saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all over the place, isn't it? And that's the problem with it. Nobody actually knows what they want. All they know is that they want to win, but they don't know how they want to win. So if Arsenal draw with Liverpool, or beat Liverpool at the weekend, all of a sudden it's great game plan, and you'll see Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville doing a breakdown on Monday Night Football about how they closed the spaces and how they did all these spaces and what it did to stop Liverpool at Anfield, and you got to quiet down the crowd and all of that type of stuff. And if Arsenal go gung-ho and lose 2-0, they'll talk about how, why would you be going gung-ho at Anfield? We've never won at Anfield. It's immature. Why would you do that? This is what I mean about this manager. Because most of these guys, they say, if you say to them, "Oh yeah, we don't want Arteta anymore, so who do you want?" "We want Inzaghi." Well, what do you think Inzaghi is going to do at Anfield?
The same what everyone else does.
You tell me. It's going to be worse. It's going to be worse.
You tell me what they say. "Oh, we don't want Arteta. Who do you want?" "Allegri." You tell me, what do you think Allegri is going to do at Anfield? Explain to me.
What's the other name I hear, do you? Oh, do you know who I want? I want Simeone. What do you think Simeone is going to do?
Simeone is going to do at Anfield?
He's going to play every centre back he's got.
What do these guys think he's going to do at Anfield? What do you think any of them? All the people
that going to stink it out.
You're saying you want Bielsa. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying you want Bielsa, or do you know what I mean? Then I'll be like,
you want a 5-4 game. You want a 5-4 game.
You want a 5-4 game. You're not talking about Inzaghi, Simeone, Allegri. These guys are going to play exactly, if not worse, than what Arteta's doing. So be prepared for that. So I think that's what it comes down to. People are not really too sure what they actually want. They know what they want to say, but they don't know what the outcome is that they want. You know what I'm saying?
I think the problem was, I think, obviously, I've seen a lot of things since the game, and I think the main problem is how you approach the game. And I see, what's his name, Igal, explaining stuff, and I said, and I was listening to him, and I thought to myself, Igal, you got it wrong. Like, you're saying certain things, but you're saying Liverpool didn't go there to win. I said, bruv, I was thinking, bruv, you saw our team. We was unable to play how we wanted to play because you stopped us from playing. Just because you stopped us from playing how we want to play doesn't mean we didn't try to win. We had Verts. We had everyone. We had a number 10. Like, it's not like we went with 3 defensive midfielders. We didn't change. We didn't change our personnel. It's just that the way you lot played, you stifled us. It's as simple as that. You stifled us, and you've done a good job at stifling us, bro. It doesn't mean that we were playing defensive. It's that we couldn't do nothing. If Arsenal, people don't understand, Arsenal's a very good team. If they want to stifle you, they're going to stifle you. Like, there's not much you can do if they just say, you know what, cool, no one's playing today. You get me? No one's playing football today. I've got 3 6'4" midfielders in there, and we're just gonna go toe for toe. Then you got no choice. You get me? So that's the one thing I'd say, because I saw that how Arteta went and Slot went for the game was 2 different approaches. Obviously the game was defensive, but it's not designed. We didn't design to be defensive. You get me?
No, you didn't. So, of course you didn't. We know that. You had Vert, you had Salah, you had Gakpo, you had all your attackers on the pitch. Yeah. Not only did you have your attackers on the pitch, you had your best ball playing players on the pitch: Gravenberch, McAllister, and Vert.
Exactly.
So
bro.
Obvious. And I was talking to a guy. I was on Dan Potts. Big up Dan Potts and them lot yesterday. Gunnar, Igal, we got everyone that was on there. I was talking to. I think, like I said yesterday, I think you can criticize Arteta and not beat Arteta out. Do you know what I'm saying? You can still be Arteta in and criticize him, and you can still praise Arteta and want Arteta to be gone as well, be Arteta out. You know what I'm saying? But I think people get carried away thinking that you have to back him because you're Arteta in. You know what I'm saying? And they do that with a lot of managers, like in all over. You don't have to be like that. Like when you see like what people do, you see someone like Ange, and Ange will go gung ho. And he'll get praised for losing 4-1 to Chelsea with 9 men. You see it? Now, that's all well and good when you first start. You do that 10 games in and you've lost 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row. All of a sudden, they'll start calling you naive. They'll start calling you tactically inept. They'll start saying to you need to adapt. So I'm saying. So you're basically a victim of your own success, because Ange came in, refreshed everyone, loved the attacking football. And now all of a sudden they hate him. But then he also wins a trophy. But you speak to Jules will be like, I don't want Ange. Because you think Thomas Frank is a better manager and he's more consistent.
To be fair, he did win the trophy not playing that style of football, though. That was one of the things that sort of was his downfall as well. Because it got him a trophy, but that he showed himself that his own philosophy and his own principles aren't that good. You know, like as much as you believe in them, you went against them in the final and it worked. Clearly, you're showing yourself you should be more adaptable.
That's in the final, though. It got to the final.
He done that in the going into the final as well. There was a few games where we played extremely defensive, where we played like back 5 systems or without a back 5, but we played a very defensive system. Like he did make those adaptations, and I think you will probably see him going into his next job. I reckon he'll learn to some degree. He does have to adjust his style of play. And you, as much as you want to go gung-ho, he will notice that in the bigger games, in the bigger moments, there will need to be change. And he's going to have to accept that. He just won a trophy doing it. Surely he learns from that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit, like I say, it's fine margins between these managers, because, I don't know, man, there's a lot of criticism flying around for lots of different managers. Because I see, when you look at Frank, for example, and Frank will get it as well. He's a very personable guy, but he will soon get, like, it's all well and good now. He's had a great start, and he had a good game against PSG and a couple of good games, beat Man City and stuff like that. But that is still 2 losses that he's had in 4 games. You know what I'm saying? So where you lose to PSG, okay, you drew with him, but you lose to PSG and you lose to Bournemouth, yeah? Now, you will start to see the tide turn if these results are not consistent. That you can't get outplayed and beat by Bournemouth and get away with it unless you're personable at the beginning of your career. This is what it is. He's liked and he's understood to be a good manager. But in 10 games time, if you get outplayed by Leeds and it becomes 1-1, the tide will turn. That's just the way it goes in football. Like, it's a top team. Like, you're not at Brentford no more. This is Tottenham Hotspur. This is a big club around the world. This is not Brentford, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can't be getting outplayed at home by Bournemouth. No one cares if you win or lose. You got outplayed. You have to make sure the ball's in your court. And this is the reason why people are upset with Arteta, because you didn't leave the ball in your court. You left the ball in Liverpool's court, and they ended up winning. Now, if Arteta had drawn or won, you can say I still got the result. It's
a different story, isn't it?
It's a different story, but you didn't. And this is what's going to happen with Frank. Frank played 3 defensive midfielders against Bournemouth and lost. They're not going to accept that every time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you done 3 defensive midfielders as well. Is that a North London thing? What's going on there?
Yeah, because we
only had the option, innit? We only had the option.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he knows if he plays Archie Gray and Bergvall like he did against Burnley, against Bournemouth, you're losing that midfield battle immediately.
I think Bergvall's good though. I think Bergvall's alright.
You can't compete with Bournemouth midfield though.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
It's just the way, I think that's why
if we play Bournemouth, we might have to play 3 DMs.
Bro, we should have played 3 DMs against Bournemouth. They beat us up.
They're not no joke.
They're a good team, man. They play good football, innit? That's the thing. They play a good.
I remember George was cussing Liverpool against Bournemouth. Beating Bournemouth ain't for everyone, bro.
Nah, I cussed you guys, but I gave you guys your props. I think Bournemouth are a very good team. And
no, you wasn't doing it like that.
Wait.
I heard it. I had an operation that day.
That's what we're not gonna do. What did I say that was so bad? Quote me.
You said Liverpool were terrible against Bournemouth.
I didn't say that.
Whatever.
I didn't say that. That's lies.
It was on them lines.
I didn't say anywhere along those lines. I never said you guys are terrible.
Something on them lines. It was.
I said I got onto Verts. I never got onto any. I said Verts was bad. I said TK I was really impressed with. I think you guys done a good job to get through the game ultimately. But I said Kirk's got cooked by Semenyo. He got absolutely chefed up.
I didn't even see that game, to be honest.
He got moved to. Kirk's got moved to by Semenyo.
Yeah. He got battered.
Semenyo moved to anyone. Semenyo moved to anyone.
He will. He's a bully, man. He's one of them big PM.
I don't know how he's still at that club. I don't know how he's still there.
70 million release clause.
How much?
75 million.
Oh, I thought it said 17.
No. It would have been gone by now. But that's who I was thinking that we should have got. I've been talking about Semenyo for how long?
Same.
I wanted Semenyo ages ago, but
same.
Like he's now an expensive player, isn't he? Like that's the point.
How old is he? He must be 27, 28 now. Is that it?
25. Yeah. He's not young.
How is he still there? How is he still there?
He signed a new contract that had the release clause in it this year. So I think in his mind, he's getting a move next year. I think he knows he's going to move. He just wanted to make sure.
He's an Arsenal fan, isn't he? He's an Arsenal fan, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a diehard Arsenal fan. He said that's his dream. To go to
Arsenal. Diehard Arsenal fan's crazy.
He is. It's his dream.
But what for you, man? That's what we forgot to get around to it. What was the most important signing for you, man? You said just gonna say Gyökeres.
Oh, for Arsenal. Yeah, like you say, Eze is the most exciting, but yeah, I'll probably say Gyökeres. Yeah. Gyökeres is the most important. But the thing is,
what you've seen so far.
Yeah, of course he is.
Definitely.
By far.
No doubt about it. He's got 2 goals in 3 games. That's his ratio.
Don't matter how he's been playing. That's what you needed.
His ratio is high up. I mean, it's a big, massive ratio. It's 2 and 3. That's a serious ratio for a striker. That's what
I saw you tweeting this morning. You know, but I literally saw this tweet this morning. Where
Am I lying?
He didn't score 2 in 3 games. He scored 2 in 1 game, and the other 2 games he didn't score. You keep trying to paint the narrative. No. But you keep wording it in a way like he scored consecutively. He's not scored consecutively.
Jules, what are you doing? Jules.
2 in 3 games.
Oh, no, Dean. Do you see what he's trying to do though? He's trying to make it seem like he scored in 2 out of the 3 games. No,
he's got 2
goals in 3 games.
Hold on, Jules. Hold on, Jules. Let me break something down now. If Salah scores 30 goals over the season, do we say he scored? No, he scored 30 and 17. Or no, we say he scored 30 for the season. Isn't it? We don't count the games he scored.
That's fine. But right now,
he scored 2 and 3.
We're 3 games into the season.
He scored 2 and 3.
The only team he scored against was Leeds.
What
Arsenal fans are doing is that because remember they've been telling us, Dean, he scored 100 goals in the last 2 years, which is wrong. He scored 90. Scored 97. He scored 97. He scored 97. It was 97, not 100. 97. Yeah, I fact checked it.
Because 97 in 102.
No, it's 97 in 2 seasons. Yeah,
in 102 games.
But regardless, yeah, he's done all that. And I don't know if you actually checked it up, but majority of his goals were against the bottom. I think it said bottom 12, bottom 8, or something like that. Bottom 10. Yeah.
So what?
So he scores against the Farmers. Then he comes to the Premier League.
He scores a hat-trick against Man City. He doesn't score a hat-trick against Man City.
He has a shit game against Man United.
He scored a hat-trick against Man City.
He has a shit game against Man United. That wasn't for Arsenal. That was for Sporting.
I'm talking about what he's done for Arsenal. You just referenced the 97 goals, though. Why? That wasn't for Arsenal.
I was talking about his last 2 seasons.
So was I. Man City was his last 2 seasons.
And that's included in those 97 goals. It's not 97.
So why you said it wasn't for Arsenal?
So I spoke about Arsenal. But it wasn't for Arsenal because I'm now talking about.
You said he scored.
I used that as a reference point, and then I said, okay, for this season. So I'm talking now about these goals he scored this season. And this season,
he scored 2 and 3. That's his record. He's top of the goal scoring chart.
He was nowhere to be seen against Liverpool. Nowhere to be seen against
goal scoring chart.
He had 13 touches and lost the ball 6 times against Liverpool. So he lost the ball half of the time that he touched the ball. So what we need to do here is hold players accountable. You told me that you were going to hold players accountable this season. And Bromo, when he's shit, you're going to hold him accountable. He needs to score 20 goals.
And Bromo scored 1 goal.
If he doesn't score 20 goals, all right. And guess what? And Bromo's getting cooked because he's the reason they got kicked out against Grimsby. It was Bromo's fault. So he will get cooked.
Scored 2 and 3 and he hasn't missed a penalty.
Scored 2 goals against Leeds.
Is that 2 and 3 or not?
And one of them was a penalty. That's the funniest thing. So he scored 1 on complete fucking goal in 3 games, bro.
Did he score it or not?
Nah, man.
Did he score
I told you I rated
him. Kudus is killing me.
I told you I rated him. We're not doing this.
Did he score the penalty or not?
So wait, Adam, what is it? It's not 2 and 3 then. He scored 3. He's played 3 games and scored 2 goals. Is that not what happened?
No, that is what happened. He played
3 games.
But I don't like the way that they're pushing it. I see D tweet.
What do you want to say?
Again, D. He tweets every day. It's every day. He knows what I'm talking about because I see it every single day.
Look how funny this is.
I know you see it. Because you're logged into FamZone on Twitter as well. You probably see the reply.
I'm hardly on Twitter. I'm hardly on it.
Hey, guess this, yeah? You want 2 goals in 1 game, yeah? Because that sounds better to me. He scored 2 goals in 1 game. You go with that? 2 in 1. He scored 2 in 1.
He got 2 in 1 and 0 in 2. Yeah, that's what I'd like.
What do you mean 0 in 2? He's got.
So you want all that comfort? You want all that information in 1 line? He scored 2 in 1 game and 0 in 2.
It takes an extra couple seconds.
So how many goals have
Richarlison scored? Who did you do that for?
How many goals have Richarlison scored?
Richarlison? 2 in 2 games.
Even though he's played 3 games.
Yeah, but he scored 2 in 2 games. That's what he done. Wait, you asked me how many has he scored? He scored 2 in 2 games. The other game he was 0 for 1.
George is hilarious.
Richarlison played 3 games.
At this moment in time, Richarlison's impact on the season has been bigger than Gyökeres.
No. Let's focus.
No. You don't like it, but it's a fact. He scored in more games.
So you're only counting the games he scored in. That's what you're doing.
He scored 2 in 2 games.
So you just count the games he scored and that's it.
No, but that's the games that he asked what he scored. He said how many goals he scored. I said he scored 2 in 2 games. If he scored 3 in 2 games, I would have said he scored 3 in 2 games.
But he's played 3 games and scored twice, so he's 2 in 3.
So about the third game, what happened in the third game?
0 for 1. Score. He's 0 for 1 in that.
Why haven't you mentioned that game?
So this is how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do games played, goals scored. He said 2 games, 2
Tell
goals.
Me why.
And then games not scored in, but games played, 0 goals, 1 game.
Why? Tell me why.
Because it's the right narrative to put out there. You're trying to make it seem like
Gyökeres scored in consecutive because Gyökeres is in the seat. No, because Gyökeres is here. You're changing. Listen, George.
Dean, I've been the one defending Gyökeres all summer. I've been defending Gyökeres.
No, but what we're not going to do here is now, because he's here now, we're going to change goal scoring. Like, it's always been how many games he's played, how many goals he scored. That's always been a thing. It's never been, oh, he scored 2 in 1 and he ain't scored none in 2. That's mad. We've never said that. Like, we just made it up because Gyökeres is here. Like, same with Liverpool. We used to get that as well. Wirtz is 116 million. But we pay 100 million for him. Like, we talking about wait.
He wasn't. He's
we paid 100 million for him. We paid
116 million.
He hasn't fulfilled anything yet.
You include the add-ons. The add-ons are included because
now, if you don't fulfill it.
One, you don't know which the add-ons are.
If you don't fulfill the add-ons,
there could be an add-on that he plays the first game of the season, he gets a 100k bonus. That could be an add-on itself. Then it could be once he's completed 10 games, he's gonna get 1 million. Like the add-ons, we don't know what the add-ons are. You include the add-ons.
Why
don't know?
Wait, George. Let me debunk everything you said there. Yeah. So why did they say to us, Liverpool have broken the Chelsea record of Caicedo when we went and got Isak? Why have they said that? They didn't say we broke our own record. They said,
Because Caicedo's 120 mil, not 116 mil.
He's 115. Caicedo's 115.
Caicedo was 115.
You know what though? Again,
No,
the one thing with these things where you take these narratives is whatever Sky Sports say or something, I don't really care. We know what it is. Sky Sports have gone out there, and now the reason I'm telling you this because even I was having this chat with Terry on Straight Facts last week. Yeah, they'll go out there for Manchester United. They put some of the prices were in dollars, some of the prices are in euros, and then some of the prices were in pounds. It's whatever narrative suits whatever they want to push out.
You didn't answer Dean's question. Dean's question was a key
they
question.
Push out $90 million.
But Dean's question was a key question. He said, "Why didn't Wirtz break the record for over Caicedo? Why did they say that Isak broke the record and not Wirtz?" That's the key question.
What do you mean? Because they paid.
They said that Isak has broken Chelsea's 150
because it was a fixed fee. It was 125 million.
Exactly. That's the point he's making.
Yeah, we haven't paid 116 million for Wirtz yet. He hasn't fulfilled
he is 100,
any...
but the transfer is 116 million.
Yeah, but he might not get 116 million. So if we sell him at the end of the season, yeah, and he hasn't fulfilled nothing, we paid 100 million.
You don't know what. Okay, so how are you gonna know? Do they put it out there? I don't know. Is this a thing that clubs put out and say, "Oh, we've paid this 2 million in add-ons this year for this transfer"? They don't put that information out there, so you're never gonna know whether the add-ons are triggered or not.
Oh, so Jules, if you
answer my question now. No, you can't do this, Dean. You're not gonna do the Dean.
All right, cool. I don't know, but I know. I'm going on.
Do the clubs put the add-ons out there when they?
I'm going on common sense. I'm
asking you, but forget common sense. Do we know when add-ons are? Do we know when add-ons?
Common sense is crazy, but go on.
No, because common sense. What do you think add-ons? Jules, what's normal?
You're going to say, in common sense tells me that add-ons are just activated when they're activated. I don't want your common sense. I want the facts.
I'm not going to say that. What do you think add-ons are? What sort of add-ons do you think in these sort of things? What do you think?
Well, add-ons are loads of different things. For strikers.
What's the main ones?
Strikers and creators. It's usually games played. It's usually the amount of starts they have. It's once they get a certain amount.
Things won. Trophies won. Individual trophies.
It could be many things. It could be individuals. It could be massive trophies. We've seen Martial had a Ballon d'Or add-on in there. You can have whatever type of add-ons the teams feel like.
Right, Jules, before we go any further, Jules, I don't think the add-ons.
Tell me this: have the add-ons been released to us? Do we know what the add-ons are?
All right, Jules. All right, okay, no problem. But after 3 games, you think add-ons have been?
You said no problem.
All right, do you think after 3 games the add-ons have been put on already?
Well, one add-on might have. He might. You do know an add-on can be from he starts his first game. This is an add-on.
What, 10 million for starting one game? Yeah,
you know, you're smiling and stuff is semantics, but this is how football works. Like the add-ons that they do is very dependent on the player they do, the player it's for. For some players, they do unachievable add-ons that will be a higher fee. So they might do 5 million for winning the Premier League because it's so unrealistic. I don't know, Kudus. Let's just say, for example, Tottenham have a 5 million add-on in a Kudus deal for winning the Premier League because it's unrealistic. Spurs don't think it will happen, but if it does happen, we're going to pay West Ham 5 mil. You can have that, or you can have, Kudus gets 5 goals, we're going to give you 1 mil. Like, that's how.
But Wirtz is not going to be an add-on if you play 1 game in the Premier League, is it?
I'm not saying that. But
you're saying it could be if you start. It's not going to be if you start. It's going to be if you win the Champions League, or if you win. What do you think it's going to be then? If you play,
it could be him just playing 10 games.
It could be, but it's more likely not to be.
But we're not going to do what is more likely to be.
Well, you have
right, Jules, right. Quick question, Jules.
I've clarified from the start that we don't know what the add-ons are, right?
So
my point is you just include the add-ons in the price, and then in hindsight, when we find out eventually when he's gone, they only paid this much because the add-ons weren't triggered. Cool. In hindsight, we can reflect it back. But at this moment,
why are we doing hindsight? Why are we doing hindsight?
Hold
on. Why are we doing hindsight? Like, if we haven't paid it, why am I adding on what I haven't paid? Why am I adding on what I haven't paid yet? If I haven't paid it, why am I adding it on?
Well, you might. So let me ask you this:
you think they've paid it?
So if you buy something, and they tell you, you might be charged. Yeah, you might be charged an extra £500. You might be. We don't know, but you might be charged. Are you going to keep that £500 spare, or are you just going to carry on about?
I'm going to keep it in my back pocket in case.
All right.
But it's not with them yet. It's not with them. It's not with them.
You're going to keep the money in a separate little bag.
You paid it though.
I've still got the money. The money's in my pocket still.
My point is the money. The money might be in escrow. The money might be in escrow. It's being held somewhere. That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
But that money,
you can be wherever, but it's not with the other club.
And you could be paying that within whatever time frame. You know that it could be coming up. So as much as it is your money, it's your money till it's not your money. And that it might not be your money.
Yeah, I want it not to be our money. I want it not to be our money. You're right. I want it not to be our money. Right now, I don't think it's been fulfilled after 3 games.
I don't think it has been fulfilled. I'm not saying that. That's not anything I've said. I've never once said that. I'm saying, though, for me, I feel like you have to include the... Like, when I talk about Xavi Simons, it's a £51.2 million signing with the add-on 60 million. I will call him a £60 million signing. That in my head, I'm calling him a £60 million signing. But he's only 51.2
but that's a different conversation to what we're arguing about.
It's not. It's the exact same conversation.
It's not. The reason why I say that is because you saying you will call him a £60 million signing is what most people do. But technically, if you're going to go into actually what it actually is, it actually isn't that until it's been paid. So you can't say
that's what we're talking about. What we call them. The argument started of with him having a problem with us calling Verts £116 million signing.
No, that's not what the he's
no problem with that.
That is the argument.
No, it's not.
I said Isak beat Chelsea's record.
He said Isak didn't beat Verts' record. If Verts was 160 million, then Isak would have broken Liverpool's own record.
That come after. Yeah. The first point was that why are they saying Verts is £116 million signing? He's £100 million. He's not 160 million. That was your first point.
That wasn't the first point.
That was the first point he made. The Isak signing came after when he said, "Oh, if he was 116 million, why did they say?"
Right, just say that happened, yeah. All right, say that happened. What's the problem? What's the problem? Me saying
that was it. If you don't like that they say he's 116 million pound player because
no, it's not that, right. Jude. If I haven't paid you, like, if I don't pay you, like, if he doesn't fulfill that, yeah, I have still got 16 million in my pocket. The 16 million ain't with you. I don't understand what's hard to understand about that.
No, but yeah, that's the point I'm making. You don't like the fact that they're saying 160 million pound signing, right?
Gosh, I don't care what they say. I'm calling it for what it exactly is.
Okay,
you paid 100 million.
Okay,
you paid 100 million.
I'm calling it facts, including the add-ons. That's what I'm doing. I'm just stating the whole deal. But I'm stating what the deal could cost. The deal could cost you this.
Your words, hear them words? Could.
Because that's the price that it could go up to. That's the price it could go up to.
It might not.
So when we talk about, I don't know, a Højlund's 70 million pound, right? What do you remember the signing to be?
I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Now you're gonna say you don't remember. It was around 70 million, but that's including the add-ons. If you look at the exact fixed fee, it might be like 54 point something million. But nobody ever cared about
because they're trying to inflate the price. They're trying to make the price higher when they're reporting it. When they're reporting it, they're gonna report it.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's exactly what I've been saying the whole time.
When we're talking about actual details, actual points, yeah, the actual scenario, the real scenario is that Verts was signed for 100 million. You can't say he was signed for 116 when we're actually talking about the actual details of the signing. When we're talking about generically, when we're talking to people and comparing things, if you decide to add on everyone's add-ons, then fine, you can do that. But
that's exactly what I'm saying. I do. That's exactly what I'm saying. So I'm being consistent.
What I'm saying is, you're not understanding. You're saying who's the most? Okay, so who's the second most expensive British signing
right now?
Right now.
Again,
no.
Right now.
Question. I didn't say anything.
Who's number one?
Wait, calm down.
What's the most expensive?
Oh, yeah.
No, because you don't want to answer the question. That's why you do all that. What's the most expensive signing in this country?
It's convenient. The most expensive signing.
Yeah.
Who is it? It's Isak, no? I don't know.
Yeah. What's number two? What's number two?
Caicedo and someone else. Someone else is around the same.
It should be Verts though, shouldn't it? It should be Verts because it's 116, right?
No, 116.
And to be fair, I don't even know what the top 5 are. I don't know. I'd have to look at those. I'm going off what I think. I'm not saying this 100%. So I can go and check if you want.
You have to listen though. You have to listen if you want to hear it. Verts is 116. Caicedo's 115. So why isn't Verts officially number 2?
But again, is Caicedo again? This is what we need to, because I'm asking questions here. Yeah, you're both going to answer. Does Caicedo have any add-ons?
I have no idea.
We can check. We can do.
Wait, all right. So that's why the problem is. I don't know if there's add-ons. You don't know if there's add-ons. So I can't sit here and.
I'm going on what they said. We broke Chelsea's record.
We're going on what the reports are, bro.
They said we beat Chelsea's record. British transfer record.
When we were talking about the reports earlier, yeah, and we were talking about how they inflate fees to add add-ons for certain clubs and not certain clubs. The reports are the reports. They're going to put what they want out there because it's going to be the narrative they want to suit. Then you said, oh, I care about what I'm saying, Dean. You said what I'm going to say is the facts of how much has been paid now. But now you want to go off the reports. I'm confused. You can't do both because when I said I'm going off reports, Sky Sports will include the add-ons if you do the reports. That's my point.
So why didn't they say we broke our own record?
When they had the Sky Sports thing on, yeah, and they had they have the add-ons included in the fees. When they have the yellow thing down the side, it's all add-ons included. So it depends on who you go to what fee you get, is what I'm saying. And you're going to give the fee of what's paid now. Some people might give the fee with the add-ons included. I'm the person that will give the add-ons included. You're the one who will give the fee now. We're just on two different sides of the spectrum. That's all it is.
Yeah, that is what would happen. That they would add the add-ons in reports. It's like what they do with Euros.
Someone said apparently Caicedo's 100 plus 15 in add-ons. Enzo was more than Caicedo. That's why I was getting confused. I knew Caicedo wasn't the second because Enzo was 120
Enzo wasn't,
and that's what you guys were trying to confuse.
Enzo was not more than Caicedo.
Enzo wasn't this. See, this is what I mean.
Enzo was not more than Caicedo. Enzo was 105 million or something.
Was he not like 120 mil all inclusive? No.
Nah, man. Caicedo was more than Enzo.
So some of the add-ons have been
done.
They
broke it twice. Let
me check this.
Yeah, they did.
Enzo came in, broke it. Caicedo broke it.
Apparently, it was 100 million plus a 15 million in add-ons for Caicedo. That's what it says.
So he must have fulfilled his add-ons because they added the 115.
No. This is what we're not going to do now.
Why they call it 115 then?
No. We don't know if he's fulfilled add-ons. That's not been reported. They just put 100. You just believed it was 150 million pound fixed fee.
No. Shall I tell you why?
Listen. You know why? Because the information's out there is that they include the add-ons when they report the fees. So up until now, in your mind, it's been 115 million pound fixed fee.
No, Jules, listen to me carefully.
100 million plus 15.
Jules, listen to me carefully. It's a simple thing. They said Liverpool broke Chelsea's British record. They didn't say Liverpool broke Liverpool's record. If they're adding both fees on, it'll be Liverpool broke Liverpool.
I'm sharing the screen because this is what I don't get is you keep trying to tell me something.
No, but you're telling me what they're reporting, and they're reporting the same thing, bro.
I'm not going to random places. I'm on Sky Sports. That's all I'm just on Sky Sports because again, you didn't like the Vert stuff, and now you're pushing out false narratives. What does that say? Chelsea are understood to be paying an initial 100 million plus 15 million in performance-related add-ons. So technically, you're wrong because him and Verts cost the same amount of money then. Because they both cost 100 million pounds.
So who do you think? All right, cool, no problem.
No, wait, Dean. I need that. I'm wrong. I need you to say I'm wrong.
No. I'm going to respond to that. So who do you think has had their add-ons? A couple add-ons already. Verts or Caicedo?
No.
I'm asking you a question. Who do you think fulfilled?
You know why you're not allowed to do that?
Add-ons already.
Did I not say we should do this in hindsight and talk about it in hindsight? You can talk about the fees, and then he just told
they're both
me,
100 million.
No. We ain't got time to do hindsight, so we're not doing hindsight with Caicedo either. We're going off of what the report says here. So it says 100 million pound. Him and Verts cost the same amount of money. That's what we.
So why did they say we broke Chelsea's record?
Because it's narratives. Okay, they need the narrative that you guys broke.
No, the narrative would have been better if we broke our own. It would have been better. How can you say the story is better if Liverpool broke their own British record? That sounds way better than us beating Chelsea's record. That's a narrative. That's a great narrative. We broke the British record twice in one window. No, that's a great narrative there.
Nah, the bigger narrative is they don't put out the Verts one breaks the narrative. So when the Isak one does, it's a bigger story.
George, you're chatting rubbish.
That's literally why it's rubbish. No, let's be honest.
Liverpool breaking his record twice in one window.
Was building up. The Isak deal has always been touted, and I don't know if you saw there was like a thing of Ornstein. He said it back in March that he reckons the Isak deal is going to take over the whole summer. Early in the summer, they would have had reports to know, Isak might be on the move. So if we don't report early that Verts has broken the record, they wait until later. They wait until later on in the window so they can build up a bigger story to where it was. And what did we get? We got a deadline day transfer for Isak, which we knew was always going to happen. But it happened on deadline day conveniently. Yeah. And then what was it? 125 million pound British transfer record. We was told it was going to be 150 and so on. But then it come down to 125, just over the British transfer record. So what are we doing here? Like, this is narrative. They're building narratives.
Hold on, Jules. What are you? It would have been a British record even if Verts broke the British record.
But he didn't. He didn't break it.
What was your point?
He didn't break the British transfer record though.
Who?
It was level with Caicedo.
Who didn't break it? Who didn't break it?
Verts didn't.
Oh, he didn't break it now. Okay, fair enough. No problem.
Well, because apparently the fixed fee was the same, 100 million, same as Caicedo. So I wasn't.
Okay.
You said,
so he's 100 million now. Yeah. So he's 100 million now. Yeah. He's 100 million now. Yeah. Okay, no problem.
No. You said Caicedo was 150 million pound fixed fee.
No, he's 100 million now. Okay, no problem.
You said that Caicedo was 115.
I'm going on. We broke
116. And
they said we broke.
Is it 160 million pounds? Is it 160 million pounds? Because that's the one thing.
160 million pounds, but is it 100 million or not? Is it 116 or not though, Jules?
To me, it is. I include the add-on. So just like you guys called Caicedo 115 million pound signing, I'll call Verts 116 million pound signing.
So is Caicedo 115 as well?
Yeah. But I was just going off of what you guys were doing.
He had no add-ons.
No.
Even though they won the World Cup, they won the World Cup, the European Cup. None of the add-ons have been added on yet.
This is why you're not being consistent. You're not being consistent.
None of the add-ons.
I said we should do it like that, and then you said no, we don't do that because we don't know when the add-ons are actually added on. We don't. So just like you said, where's the guarantee that Caicedo had any add-ons triggered? What if it was he had to win a Premier League and Champions League, not a Club World Cup?
All right, Jules. All right. No problem. That's fine.
You lost.
You're right.
Yeah. He's got nothing to say back.
You're right.
He doesn't know what to say back.
You're right. It's like me saying Verts. Imagine Verts. His add-on is solely if he wins a Ballon d'Or. Now what?
It might be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. So
we don't know. You're right. It might be. So we just include them anyway. It might be just winning player of the year.
He might be as long as he retires at Liverpool. If he retires at Liverpool, yeah, that's it. All right, cool.
It might be. We have to see.
Yeah, we stupid add-ons. It's ridiculous add-ons. If Verts turns to a black man, then he's 116. What about
Darwin add-ons?
If Verts turns to a black man.
Yeah, that's it. We can get silly in it.
If Verts has a mixed race child, then
it's that.
Hey, if Liverpool negotiate that in, then congrats to them. They've got themselves a very good add-on that probably won't ever be achieved.
Yeah,
you know what? I think it's a great deal. I think it's a great deal.
Yeah, we can be silly. We can be silly.
Yeah, trying to tell me. Let me do the super chat. Big up Yang or Tiang Yang. Different reporters report different things. Some also said Liverpool broke the British record twice in the same window. That's a fair point.
I've never heard it, but that's a great narrative. That would have been the greatest narrative ever. Liverpool broke the record twice. That's the greatest narrative ever.
For different things, and you ignored.
Oh, but this girl's black. Oh, I hear it.
I've seen her. She is.
I did that. I just thought it sounded too.
You might get that. Hey, see, you might be winning 16 million in the next couple months, bro. You might be.
His girl sounding black. I thought he was the furthest away from a black girl lover. I'm not gonna lie.
He's got a black girl. I see her. Yeah, but bro, that would have been a great narrative. Liverpool smashed the record twice, and I ain't heard that yet. It might have been reported, but I haven't. Me personally, I haven't heard it.
I need Verts to succeed. I need him to succeed now.
I want him to succeed. I don't mind paying it. I want to break the records because that means we're winning stuff. That means he's doing what he's meant to do. You get me? So, Jules, I ain't got a problem with him. But I just can't count something. It's like someone promising me saying, yeah, you can have 115 million, but he hasn't given it to me yet. So as far as I'm concerned, I ain't got it. You can't tell me here's 115 million.
Jules likes to spin. What Jules does, he's been streaming for so long. Yeah, he knows exactly what to do and when to do it. Like how he managed to say Gyökeres has got one. What do you say? Richarlison's played 3 games, scored 2 goals, but he's got 2 in 2. And Gyökeres has played 3 games, scored 2 goals, but he's got 2 in 1.
No, he's not got 2 in 1. Listen to the narrative. He's got 2 against Leeds.
2 against Leeds, yeah. So this is what you got to accept when you stream with Jordan, aka Durag Diaries. You gotta be prepared
Are we doing full names now? Are we doing full names now? Is that what we're doing?
I said direct diaries. I said direct diaries. Man said Richarlison's got 2 and 2, but he's played 3 games. He's got 2 and 2 and none and 1.
All I'm saying,
I would say he's got 1 and 1 and none in 29.
All I'm saying is Gyökeres, there's pressure on him, there's the expectation, and he doesn't. Because what I'm not gonna hear, because I'll be real, this is what we're not gonna do. Yeah, if he does only score against the small teams, he's not been an important. And again, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. Wait. We lost against the small teams. The small teams are a problem. That's what we need.
Jude.
It's a game of football.
I get that.
Jude,
we know that's what he wasn't brought in to do.
In
the Premier League, when you guys put names on him, you put him in certain conversations. He's the best striker. He's the best striker that people compare him to the best strikers. Where do the best strikers do? They turn up in the big games and the big moments
in the league.
If he scored 20+ goals and Arsenal win the league, that's all that matters.
You won't care.
Doesn't matter who he scored against.
Well, we had this conversation last time, when I said to him, what does justifying your price tag mean? We had this conversation last time, and I said to him,
I remember I rang up. I had to ring up in that one. I rang up.
No, we were talking about Verts when you rang. We weren't talking about we got onto the justifying.
It was still in that chat. I remember watching it.
It was after you come off though, Gara. We did
Gyökeres wins the league and we scored 20 and he scores 15 goals, 20 goals. He's done his job.
No, that wasn't his point, Dean. What he said was if Gyökeres, if Arsenal win the league, but Gyökeres only scored the goal in the
Champions League winning game in the Champions League.
We didn't say Champions League. I said Carabao Cup. And then you were like, I've got the video. I'm gonna release the clip.
I've got the video clipped.
Yeah, I've got it clipped. I just haven't released it. It's in my private.
Yeah, so what do you mean? You said to me,
I'm waiting for the right time, Dean. I'm waiting for the right time. Let him have a couple more games, and I'm waiting for the right time. Yeah, a couple more bad games.
You
said to me about Havertz.
No, yeah. So what I said, but what I said in particular, and this was where I had the biggest issue of what D was saying. Was I said if he scores the match-winning goal in the Carabao Cup and you win the trophy in the Carabao Cup, but he has a poor season where he doesn't even score 15 to 20 goals, is he still a successful signing? So, yeah, because he scored the goal in a Carabao Cup final. That won us something. He's done something that we couldn't do before. That's what you were saying.
Firstly, that wasn't the conversation at all.
I did say Carabao Cup. And then we went on to his Carabao Cup a major. That's exactly where it went on to. And you were saying Carabao Cup is a major trophy. I'm fine if he scores in a Carabao Cup.
The conversation
it's not how it started, but that's where we got.
Why are you going to the ending?
Because that's where I had my biggest problem.
That's like reading the last page of a book.
Well, no, because he doesn't need to know the whole argument. He watched the show.
He needs to know how the conversation started.
He watched the show. He knows how it started.
Conversation started. What? So you go to the end of you go to a play and you watch the last 2 minutes of a play.
He watched the show. He knows what went on.
To know the beginning. The beginning was: do you feel like a player justifies their price tag if they score a Champions League winning goal? That
wasn't just Champions League. No, it wasn't. That wasn't the conversation. You're remembering it very wrong, Dean. Because I was the one that's brought up the conversation. We were talking about Verts. We were talking about Verts, and then we spoke about how does Verts justify his price tag. We then went on to I asked you the example. Did Havertz justify his price tag by scoring in the Champions League final? That was an example. Wait, stop. That wasn't an example. That wasn't the conversation. So you're getting it completely wrong, D.
I'm not getting it completely wrong.
Because that was just an example. That was not the conversation.
Bare times.
Hold on, Jules. You said, I remember that one. You said that if we win the league, it doesn't justify Verts. Bro, we haven't retained the league.
We haven't performance the whole season.
Hold on, wait. Listen to me carefully. Liverpool haven't retained the league since the early 80s or 70s, yeah? Like, hasn't been done for Liverpool, yeah? You're telling me if we retain the Premiership here, which we ain't done for 40-odd years here, you're telling me, and he has a decent season.
I said if he had a bad season, that's what you need to understand, D.
Bad season?
No, but Dean, I did. You're disputing my point and making a different point. You can't do that.
What's a bad season? Who has a bad season if you retain the league?
Don't dispute my point if you make a new.
All right, what's a bad season?
If he has a poor season across the year, but just scores the important goal that helps you win the league, he's not a successful signing. He's had a poor season. If he's had a poor season,
how's he had a poor season then?
But you just
only scores that important goal. Only that important
That's a
goal.
great season.
What?
What
So
he's done something.
Did Origi have a great season when he scored the goal in the Champions League final?
He's not the big signing to make a difference.
I'm asking.
Is he a legend? Is he a legend now?
I'm asking you a question. Okay, that's fine. Did he have a great season?
Yes, he justified everything we went through with him because he scored the second goal in the Champions League, and you know what? It's not just that. He scored 2 goals in the semis against Barcelona. So don't just go on like he scored in the final.
Okay, that's
he scored in the semis as well.
I don't remember that. I don't remember him scoring 2 goals.
Oh, bro, Salah didn't play.
All right, that doesn't suit my narrative because I didn't know he scored against Barcelona. I don't remember that. I don't remember him scoring against Barcelona. Okay, so I wouldn't use him for an example then. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, say you're wrong. Say sorry, I was wrong.
No. You didn't say sorry, I was wrong earlier. So sorry, I'm not going to do that for you. Yeah, how about that? I'm not going to apologize. I will apologize for not apologizing.
Of course you're not. Of course you were.
Yeah. Well, I did apologize, just not for apologizing. That's all it is. So again, I don't get. Will Wirtz justify his price tag if he scores just in a Carabao Cup final? You win a Carabao Cup, and that's
who said Carabao Cup? Where did Carabao Cup come from?
I'm asking you a question. You didn't say that. Wait. I don't get. Wait, Dean. You're doing this.
Where did Carabao Cup come from?
You're doing this. I'm making the point. You're disputing my point. So how are you
saying?
No,
you didn't say Carabao Cup to start off with.
It.
Make stuff up.
George, you said if he scores an important goal that wins us the league. Now you're talking about Carabao Cup. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because I'm trying to gauge your point. So does the point stand for a Carabao Cup?
No, because we're not, bruv. We can win Carabao Cups every year. We do that.
Do you know? All right. Dean.
We do that. I'm not saying Arsenal do it. We do that.
Just because he wins, just because the goal leads you to a league, a trophy is a trophy, man. If the trophy is more important, it does make a point. No, if it's more important,
a trophy.
But you guys have just won the league, so he's not making you do something you've never done before.
Retaining the league is different to winning the league, bruv.
Of course. I'm not disputing
exactly,
that.
Bro.
Like, if he has a poor performance across the season and just scores the goal that in the winning game, it's not a successful season.
How do you have a poor season and win the league?
But you know what Jules said a minute ago? He goes, he only scores against the bottom teams. Is that poor? Is that a poor season?
No, because Wirtz isn't a striker. Wirtz ain't a striker.
Well, if Gyökeres only scores against
I don't judge Wirtz and his goals.
You just said, bro, people pay for clutch. You pay money.
We judge strikers on goals, right? Not performances. We judge them on goals. I judge my strikers.
Why are you taking away Gyökeres 2 and 3 then?
I judge them on goals, not performances. That's what I'm saying. So
why are you taking away his 2 and 3?
I didn't take away nothing. I said it.
What's a poor season? George, what's a poor season? Because I'm trying to judge.
So my point for him when we spoke about, because again, it'd be different for different positions. Yeah. So Gyökeres being a striker, if he doesn't score goals across the season, let's just say he has a very bad
doesn't. How many goals are you talking about?
Doesn't. He scores, I don't know, 8 goals in the league. 8 goals, yeah.
But Arsenal win the league.
And yeah, they win the league. He only scores 8 goals.
Then that's it. That's it. What are you on about? Bro, Arsenal ain't won the league for how many years, yeah? They buy a striker and now they win the league. That's it.
It doesn't matter. If
that's not how it works to me. Because they also bought Madueke. Madueke might have been the most important player. He might have been more important than Gyökeres.
It might be. But Gyökeres is a striker they haven't had.
So, but then that's my point is you're now making the narrative that Gyökeres was the difference maker. But what if he wasn't?
But he is.
But he scored them goals. He scored are important, yeah.
Not necessarily.
He scored 8 goals, and that counted towards the league winning.
But what if Kai Havertz scored more goals and he plays striker too?
Then well done, Kai Havertz.
He's the more important player.
No, but George, Kai Havertz was there last season. They didn't win it. Thing is here now. Gyökeres is here now, and all of a sudden they won it. He might be in a changing room. He might be anywhere. His influence. He might open up play for other players.
That's what not Hawks. Big up Hawks for the raid. Obviously, my brother. Love my G. Make sure you like and subscribe to everyone. FamZone TV and Do Rag Diaries. And Jules is over here being an idiot. Right now, he is on some madness. He's saying, if you buy a striker, yeah, you've not won the league for 20 years, and then you win the league, and he only scores 10 goals. He's not a part of the. He can't lift up the trophy. He's not allowed to lift up the trophy.
I will make sure people can't hear you when you're spreading lies. I will make sure people can't hear you when you're spreading lies. Dean, how many goals did I just say?
8, yeah.
How did you get to 10?
But
where did you get to 10?
Whatever. It's the same thing.
But they win the league.
You don't listen.
We win the league.
But Jules,
listen.
They win the league, and you know what? It might not just be his goals. It might just that you needed a focal player up there to keep our players playing. It might not just be his goals, bro. It might just you need a striker.
Too simplistically, Jules thinks one-dimensionally. That's what he does. Jules don't think in 4K. He doesn't think in 3D. He thinks in 1D, maybe 2D.
No.
He thinks in 1D, maybe 2D.
You think in 2D in
there's
one side. There's one side. You only see the one side that he scores No. This is how you know you only see on one side. Because you're now saying, Arsenal need a striker. He joins, they win the league. He's the most he's now a successful signing. That's one side. Yeah, that's one. That's when you see one side of the shape.
Well, that's your one.
I see in 4D. I see other player signs. He doesn't score goals. Other player does score goals. He's not successful. He's successful. Arsenal still win the league. He's not a successful signing, but they won the league. That's what I see. All
would they win it without him? Would they have won the league without him? Would they have won the league without him? Wait, Jules, would they have won the league?
You see it in 2D, bro.
He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen.
No. You don't listen. I've learned this. He doesn't like to listen to me on streams.
Why don't you listen? Why don't you listen?
He never does.
Just want to argue.
Jules, if Gyökeres wasn't there,
Hooks ain't here today. It's because Hooks ain't here. These men are trying to get onto me today. I hear it.
But Jules, if Gyökeres wasn't there, would they have won the league?
If he only scored 8 goals, they very much might have, because the 8 goals might not have been the difference makers. That's my point.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you were talking about.
So watch this year. Watch this year. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
No.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. If Gyökeres scores the winning goal in the Champions League final, but scores no goals in the whole season, so he didn't score 1 goal all season. In the Champions League final, he scores the match-winning goal. Do you think Arsenal will be happy with his signing or not?
But Arsenal,
yes or no? Do you think we would?
Clearly, I'm learning Arsenal fans aren't that smart, so they might be.
Bro, do you think that Arsenal would be happy with Gyökeres signing or not if he scores the winning Champions League final goal?
Again, you'll be happy, but does that make him a successful signing?
Of course it does. He won you the Champions League. How can it not be a successful
his
signing?
Performances have been bad.
He won you the Champions League.
Okay, but his performances have been bad across the all year. His performances have been bad. But he turns up in one game, and now that summarizes his whole year of performance. That's just like that, because that's just like.
Can I finish what I'm saying? If you
asked me a question, and then you asked me, and then you said someone you're saying after asking me a question when I'm answering.
I didn't ask you a question. You answered it. If you sign someone to win you the Champions League and they do it, you're saying it's a bad signing.
You didn't sign him to win the Champions League. That's what I mean. You're just lying.
You just to win the league. You signed Gyökeres to win the league.
You just said the league, not the Champions League.
Either or.
But you just said the league. So you've got to make your mind up when you're saying these things. You got to be consistent. You either say the league or you say Champions League.
Sign Gyökeres to win the Champions League and he wins it for us. He's been a good signing. Whether you want to sell him or not is neither here nor there.
Again,
exactly, bro.
I think you don't listen to what I say, and you're not listening to any of my points, because you have to judge the player of performances. Just like when I've told you guys, and whenever I've been shameless, and I tell you Brennan Johnson this, Brennan Johnson that. Brennan Johnson just puts the ball in the back of the net. Brennan Johnson's won Tottenham a lot of games, but rival fans will sit there and cuss Brennan Johnson week in, week out.
You don't.
To them.
You don't. Wait. Again.
I think he's brilliant. What are you talking about?
Okay, there's many people that don't think he's brilliant. Many people that think he's shit. Okay. But, bro, we're talking about narratives, bro. I'm talking about the narrative, and you're talking about your narrative. So, of course, when
you're talking to young people.
I can see and tell you the Havertz and Gyökeres thing's up to me. It's up to me how I want to think. So
it's not up to you, though.
You not saying it's up to them is besides the point. That's my point.
No, it's not up to you, though. It's not up to you, though, because there are some facts to this. If you sign the player,
and there's some facts to what I was saying. Yeah, you interrupt. You interrupted me this time, D. You interrupted me.
Go on.
We're gonna do some. Yeah, you interrupted me. So with Johnson scored a goal in a final, and to me, yeah, he's been successful because he scored a lot of goals across the season as well as the final. But if he only scored in that final and never done nothing all season, he would not be a successful signing to me. But he scored in many winning games.
That's why you will sign players that don't win you stuff. Because the point of the matter is, this is the reason why Drogba was a successful signing, because he was a player that scored in major league finals and hardly in
major finals.
That's the whole point. You sign players.
No, but he had many seasons where he had 3 seasons where he blew up in the league. He had three seasons.
Bro, listen.
3 seasons when
he scored 20+ goals. Dean, again, I'm the person that argues against Drogba. People were trying to cook me for the Drogba stuff last week. So I checked out.
It's not about that. It's not about that.
So he did score on a couple occasions. He had a golden boot. Like he was bagging goals. So
golden boot, Drogba.
Yeah, he does. He has a golden boot.
29 goals. Sorry, you know what? I might be wrong, but I didn't know. No, honestly, I didn't know. Seriously, I did not know.
Nor did you. So clearly, we're finding out something. Clearly, we're
I didn't know. Dude, seriously, I never knew.
8 or 9 years old, and I remember this. You man were.
You've researched, you've googled it. But anyway, listen.
I know these things from.
You don't remember? No, because you wouldn't say Drogba. You don't like
Drogba. Drogba next to Anelka, Maluda, and Kalu. I do remember. Carlo Ancelotti with the front four. I remember. Then they had Gus Hiddink. Everyone can research. It's about remembering what I saw.
You don't remember that. You don't remember that.
Yes, I do. I remember when they beat Sunderland like 7-1 one game.
What was their back four?
I remember.
What was their back four?
The back four.
Yeah, the back four.
They changed. They did change it quite a bit. Ivanovic.
What was the back four?
Ivanovic. I think, but he might have been before Ivanovic. I'm not sure what year Ivanovic came in, but it might have been Belletti. I remember Belletti playing at right back. Belletti, I think it was. Then you had Terry and Carvalho, and after Carvalho left, you had Gary Cahill coming in between there. There was another centre. We had like Alex and them, man, but in between there, you had a couple different centre backs. And then the left back was always actually cold. I just mentioned the back four, and you're sitting there interrupting me, so the people can't hear. I know my player. I know. All right.
You don't remember. I understand it.
I don't remember, but I named all of them. You're
named a lot of players.
Again, you're trying to do the ball knowledge for ball knowledge thing. We went band for band. We'll see where this goes, and yours might be. Remember the quiz? Who's top of the quiz?
Bro, you don't understand a lot of stuff, innit? That's what it is.
It's for a reason. You don't understand a lot of stuff.
But I get it.
Do you know what it is? I don't know if you don't understand. You choose not to listen. No,
you've been talking the whole time.
You said, "Oh, I listen and learn." You don't learn because you never listen.
I listen more than you do. I'm a better listener than you. That's for certain.
No, I listen to things you say. I listen.
No, you don't listen to anything you hear.
I actually do. I listen.
Hearing and listening is two different things. But my
hearing and listening are two different things.
Hearing is two different things. But if you sign a player for a specific goal or job, right? So if Arsenal in the position we're in, we've not won the league for 20 years, and people say the missing piece is Gyökeres, and when we do finally get Gyökeres, and then we end up winning the league, that shows that he might have potentially been the missing piece. You can't tell me because he only scored 12 goals, he's not the missing piece, or because he only scored 11 goals, he's not the missing piece. Because the proof in the pudding is he is the missing piece.
That's it.
That's the point. This is fact.
Okay, you feel that way. That's fine.
No, this is how
I feel that way as well.
I don't get though, because and this is your problem with when you argue. Every single time we argue, D, is you seem like, again, you keep making it seem like there's only one point of view, and your point of view is the factual point of view. That's your problem. No, that is your problem. Everything you say is the factual point of view, and everything I say is not. There's no factual point of view here. They're opinions and their narratives that we make up as football fans. I believe my narrative because that's how my way. This is my way of football. Is how I view football. We have two.
How can you believe your narrative? How old are you? You got to grow up.
Because it's my way of viewing football. Used to.
Yeah, I hear it. You're young.
And
you're in your 20s.
We can't listen to your way of viewing football because you just sat there and said, "Oh, I watched Madueke once last season," proving you only watched one Chelsea game last season, bro.
Yeah,
Madueke played. Okay, so you can't tell us your view on football because you don't even have an overall view.
I can give you my opinion about Madueke. Yeah, my own opinion.
Liverpool point of view because you only watch Liverpool.
I gave you my opinion about Madueke on what I see.
You can't sit here and tell me all encompassing because you only watch Liverpool. You only know your team and only know that.
Hold on, Jude. I told you what I've seen of Madueke.
The facets of what this means to this means to this.
Oh my! What did I say?
I get why you only see one side of football. You see,
I want to told you.
Team needs striker. Team wins. Oh, striker must have been the most important player. That's how you see football, and I get it. I get it now. It's very basic.
Jules sees it in 1D. He sees it. He sees.
No, you see it in 1D. I see all of the corners.
He's a 1D guy. He's a 1D guy.
I see the edges. I see the corners and everything. You don't. I'm seeing that.
He watches TV in 380p.
It's mad.
360, 420. He's on like nowhere near to 720 or 1080, bro.
Graphics are crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Jules is hilarious. Jules, you're hilarious.
Now, Jules is funny. He's a funny guy. He's one funny guy. No matter what you're talking about, he's gonna get to this point with him. Make sure you lot are liking and subscribing, though. Are people liking and subscribing, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. Are we subscribing? Because, like, bruv, we're back. I'm not saying we was gone, but as a duo, we're back. So
is everyone liking and subscribing? That's what I'm saying. Man said,
that's what I'm saying.
You both. I don't know about that, but make sure you lot FamZone TV rate it up. I'm gonna send you lot.
Hey, that's where we had some super chats. Did we have some super chats?
I've done it already. Oh no. Done one more. Big up NSG. Dean, you won the league and still said Nunes is crap. Wasn't he clutching games? Why replace him?
Hold on. 2 different points here. If Nunes came in the first season, his first season, he scored 9 goals and set up 3 goals. Yeah? Fine. We won the league the first season if he came in. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, that's fine, no problem. But we won the league 3 years on and he was dead. That's the difference. If Gyökeres walks into this Arsenal league team and wins the league straight away, not 3 years later, and they've made other signings after that, like, Nunes has been there for 3 years, we ain't won nothing, bro. You get me? Don't tell me on his deadest season where he only scored 5 goals. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference. He's dead because he wasn't the main striker. We played. What's his name? Diaz up front, bro. We played Diaz up front. Nunes wasn't even getting in the team. If we won the league the first year Nunes came, I'd say yeah, no problem. You get me? He contributed and we won the league. I would have the same energy, but nah, not after 3 years. He wasn't playing. Different. You get me?
Alright, there's one comment I need you to get out before we end, real quick. Go to Banks at 12:51. Go to Banks at 12:51. Big up to Banks, because I feel like this is a great comment, and it's for you, D. But it's a great comment, and I didn't think of that line, and it's a great comment.
Go on, see it.
Look at his face; he's all lit up.
No, you can see it. Lit up because of the light. You definitely can find it. Correlation is not causation.
The rate up Ensman TV, so you lot make sure you lot FamZone TV rate it up. You get me? I'm not sure what Ensman. But when he's on the buttons, then he can bring up the comments that he wants.
I will also be going live.
You like and subscribe to